Drawdown King here, September 16th, 2024, 6:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's everybody getting into? Out and about for a few minutes here. Then we'll be back for a little bit here. So what's been going on, everybody out there? How's it been going and all that jazz and mataz? Back on the road here. Got another exciting episode. Let me see, where the hell is it? It's right here, I think. Another exciting episode of On Out and About on the Road with the DDK. We're here on a Bluetooth microphone, both hands on the steering wheel. Hopefully not running into any crazy driving bullshit tonight. So, going to be doing a little more trading tomorrow. Then we'll get ramped up from there. Ramped the hell up. And then we gotta get back, we're gonna cook a little foods and all that jazzmatazz. Razzmatazz, a jazzmatazz, hazmatazz, bean dip, chili. Got some different things, chili, bean dip. We like to mix things up. I did mention we're going to start doing some comedy. We're going to get on the ball on some comedy, comic relief, comic kind of things. Play some few trades there, demo trades there on the some of the trades off of that order flow. We did some quick scans, and then we looked at them and said, let's do this. And so we refined it a little bit over previous weeks. I knew we would finally find a piece. And we got Chart Mill. You can go to my YouTube, Drawdown King, the real Drawdown King on YouTube. Go to the website of drawdownking.com. Check us out on Instagram and some of these other platforms. We'll be looking at some other avenues here very soon as well. But right now we are focusing on impact. Having some impact. So we are thinking about some things right now. We're not doing any of the sweets with the flour. We're going gluten-free. We've been gluten-free here for a few weeks. Also cut out the tomatoes, onions, garlic, dairy, no meat, and Also looking at cutting out white potatoes, just going with the sweet potatoes. A lot of beets, lemon, lime juice, these types of things. And then we'll get an idea where it's going. Does seem to be working pretty well right now. Having a good initial run on this, and looking to keep moving here on things. We'll get a gander. I think we did contract rollover. If you don't know, in futures trading, which is similar to stocks and these types of things, very similar in many instances. They do have every 3 months. They basically, you get the new. There's an expiration basically every 3 months, and you switch to the next expiration. So in that instance, it's sort of like options and stocks in one. It's like the best and the worst of each one combined. We shall be looking at things. Going to try and get a walk in here on the way back. Just haven't had that energy consumption or the energy output to really get in exactly what we would like to get, what kind of things we would like to see. So we're going to try and we'll see if we can get that walk in on the way back. Really be a nice thing to have and to be able to take a look at there. So we will be looking here very shortly and getting an idea of where that's going to go. I think a lot of, now on a different topic here, I think there's going to be a lot of fast food restaurants over the next 5 or so years. They're going to have to adapt with higher quality ingredients, less saturated fats, less oils, less sugar, less salt, less wheat. Going to have to remove a lot of things, or they're just going to flat out go out of business. I think people will eventually start coming around and involving on a larger scale basis to eating healthier, seeing eating healthier is the key to getting sick less, and the key to keep higher energy levels, and the key to really excel and to get a really good push in terms of counteracting things like sleep deprivation, being tired, fatigue, brain fog. You're going to start seeing a lot more people follow suit than they have in the past. So I do see that's going to come, and people are going to start moving away from dairy and meat and all this shit regardless, and they're going to start making healthier choices in their lifestyles and their eating and exercise and just overall health choices they could make. So I believe it is going to start seeing a lot of things move in that regards, and it's going to be interesting just to see what kind of evolution of food and restaurants and eating establishments and things like this that are going to really be making a foresight into how that things will be in the future. And I think there's a lot of things to think about, a lot of things that are already out there in the grocery stores, a lot of food items and these types of things. We'll talk about some more of that stuff on the next segment coming up. I'm about to bet where I need to go, so we are going to have to cut this here for a minute, and then we'll be back with some additional input and information here shortly as well. So stay tuned, and we will be back in here with some more details on exactly what we're going to be looking at in some of those concepts. So be back here shortly, people. Thank you for listening to DDK Radio. Means the world to me. Should mean the world to you. And we are back. We are now heading back home. We're back from the spot there. Didn't take very long today. We're heading back out here though. So we're going to see exactly what kind of things are going to follow us around. And we are going to be making it here back for too long. We're out, like I said, out and about here. I was talking about food choices and things of that nature. There's a lot of things to consider and to look at, to be conscious of when getting in there and making different food choices. Got some things I want to look at tonight. We're going to do another video when I get later this evening. We're going to look at the futures rollover there. Fuck, I don't know if I can get over or not, dude. Shit. Well, I'm getting over now, by God. I was driving like a damn maniac out here today. Oh, but healthy food choices after that contract rollover segment there. You're already seeing things. Now, I can't say these are the utmost healthiest things in the world. Like the fake meats, they still have a lot of sometimes soy and allergens and a ton of sodium in them and this and that. But reducing types of things, making more reliant on fruits and other things that you could eat, vegetables, lentils, greens, more lighter things that aren't so hard and difficult for your gut to digest. You're going to be looking at more things in that area, and like I said, the restaurants will have to adapt to these eating styles. Start reducing that sodium, start reducing that oil content, sugar content. Don't have to go 100%, but focus on fresh ingredients. So instead of canned tomatoes or canned this, you can have some good canned things, but certain foods, when they're in cans, even water for that matter, does start getting the material that it's in, unless it's like a glass or a stainless or something of this nature, does start getting that leached out into them, and especially acidic foods and foods that more easily can break down surface liners or container type materials. So this is going to be good to see exactly what kind of things are going to be used and how that this kind of behavior is going to impact those that aren't so interested. You start seeing masses make more migrations to this healthier thing, start looking at the vitamin contents, the nutrition. They're going to try and sample, like a 2-day challenge, no salt, no sugar for 2 days, no wheat for a week, no gluten-based products for a week. That's the kind of challenges and things that we need to be looking at and focusing on, get focus off of silly stuff, silly challenges. Let's challenge people to eat better for a couple days or a week. And you tell me, do you feel better? You might have a craving. For the food you're not eating, but do you feel better? Do you feel worse? It doesn't matter if your cravings are met. Now, you can exercise, you can get endorphins by doing other things other than being so glued on to everything of that nature. You are going to see some changes in how things are going to work and in how that these new mechanisms for food and nutrition are going to travel. It is obviously going to have impacts on healthcare. You eat healthier, healthcare is going to go up. Why? Because you have less people getting healthcare, and the scarcity of that alone, living longer, having to treat more elderly, and then having to change their focus other than 99% of the focus being the people eat like shit and now they're sick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you eat like shit, you get sick. That's pretty common knowledge. You eat like a damn fool, you get sick. You behave in a sick manner, you get sick. You don't watch what you do or say, you treat other people like shit, you'll get sick. It's, basically everything that we do and eat and consume and read and view and have visual acuity over and have audible, whether we can actually hear it or whether that it's not so pronounced or whether it's more muted, it does affect us. And it does have a effect on our body and mechanism and these types of things. So I'm going to get back home here, and we are going to look at a few other things here after a while. I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to do a little cooking and get some additional nutrients right now as well. So that's going to be something to consider. Did see a squirrel cross the road. Not too crazy traffic out there on the interstate. We did have a squirrel cross the road. You know what that means, right? A squirrel crossing the road means a squirrel's crossing the road. That's what that shit means. And appreciate again if anybody found me or is listening, or is it a couple years in the future or 10 years or 100 or 1,000 years in the future. Still appreciate you giving us some time and thought and consideration and spending some of your energy letting us here at Drawdown King Radio entertain you. It may not be entertaining to everyone, but a few, but it may not. It's just part of the paradigm that you have to deal with when you're looking at different things of that nature. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get off here. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Enjoy. Have a beautiful day. This is from Team Drawdown. Peace out, everybody. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.